Hello, FPL managers. Welcome to my Game Week 4 team selection. Before we go through with the team review for Game Week 4, let's see how the team performed in Game Week 3. It was a very low scoring game week for this team. So, in goal, I had Ederson who scored 1 point. He conceded 3 goals, so he couldn't get any clean sheet points. And the other in defense, I had James who scored also one. Cancelo and Arnold combined for a 0 score. Perisic had an assist and a clean sheet, so he scored a good 12 points. The last defender was Cucurella, who also scored 1 point. Chelsea did play very poorly in this game, and so the five at the back did flop this game week. But the main thing is, I think the whole squad played away. But this coming game week, most of the players will be playing home fixtures, so I expect the scores to be a little bit higher. In midfield, I decided to bench. I decided to bench Bailey, and he punished me by scoring 5 points. He had an assist, and the guy I brought in, Da Silva, blanked and only got me 1 point. The other midfielder was Salah, who was our vice captain with 8 points. So the choice between Salah and Haaland wasn't far fetched. The other midfielder was Saka. He got 3 points. He is not performing really well, and we are lagging behind Martinelli on us. So that is a player who I'm looking forward to address this coming game week. At the forward line, Gabriel Jesus did play well. He had 4 points. He would have had more points. His goal was ruled out for an offside. My captain Haaland had 6 points. Being the captain, those became 12 points. So that's how we did this game week. Haaland also, this is a second game week in which Phil Foden is not squaring a pass to him for a tap in. So I don't know how Pep Guardiola will be dealing with Foden, because the last game week Foden was subbed at halftime because he did not pass to Haaland. So watch out for that. So the team scored 43 points. That was below the average, which was 48, which saw us go from 1.4 million to 2.28 million in the world. But rank doesn't matter right now. It's still early. The scores are really cramped up together. So if you just have one good game week, you might jump from this 2.2 million to maybe 500,000. So rank doesn't matter right now. You just have to be consistent, and I have been losing rank from Saka. Saka has not been performing well for us. So that is a part we are going to address. In the other bench players, Andreas was flagged, that's why I did not play him. But if he was not flagged, that was the player I would have subbed in for Bailey. So those were 8 points missed. And in this game week, those will have put us at a better rank. So let's go ahead and see how the team will set up in game week 4. So, like I said, the first place I'm going to focus on was Saka. I have decided to transfer Saka out for his teammate Martinelli. I have been patient with Saka, but the patience is not paying off and I'm lagging behind. So, I've decided to join the Martinelli bandwagon. That leaves us with 1.8 million in the bank. So before the game week deadline, I might upgrade Bailey to maybe Bernardo Silva. But Manchester City are having a friend with Barcelona right now, and Bernardo Silva started that game, so I don't know if that will affect his minutes. So game week 4, we are going to in goal with Ederson. This is a tricky fixture for Manchester City, but at home against Crystal Palace, I think there is a high chance for a clean sheet for Ederson. In defense, I'm still maintaining my five at the back. I'm not changing anything. So Leicester have been poor this season, but they have been scoring goals. But they have also been conceding many goals. So I'm expecting James and Cucurella to do something in that game. Cancelo against also the same as Ederson against Crystal Palace. I'm not expecting Manchester City to concede in this game, but this season has started really funnily. The small teams seem not to fear any big teams, so anything can happen in this game. Alexander Arnold, I'm sticking with him. I think this is the game week in which Liverpool start strong and go for it. So I'm expecting some point from Alexander Arnold, and also Bournemouth have been very poor. So at least I'm expecting a clean sheet for Alexander Arnold, but also he has been very poor defensively, as you saw in that Manchester United game. They kept on picking on him. So I don't know if Bournemouth will also go with those tactics, but I'm expecting Liverpool to win this game. If they lose, then there's trouble there for those who have double Liverpool in defense. And then Perisic, as I told you guys, if Perisic starts, he has a high chance of scoring most points. And as you saw, if you are watching that game, he really created a lot. So I'm expecting the same against Nottingham Forest, who are not scoring also many goals. So clinching points are expected for Perisic. Cucurella the overall Chelsea played poorly with the red card in the last game to Koulibaly. I don't know how Chelsea will line up this game week. I don't know if he'll go to left centre back in the three or he'll remain as a wing back. But we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm not transferring him out. He has a high chance of starting. Then in midfield, Bailey, I'm also, if there will be any price changes that give me zero point 0.1 million in the bank, I'm looking to transfer Bailey out for Bernardo Silva because I have 1.8 million in the bank. Salah will be our captain this game week, as I said. He has a very good record against Bournemouth, and also I'm expecting Liverpool to kickstart their season with this game. I've decided to bring in Martinelli, as I have said. So there's no more explanation for this transfer. Up front, Gabriel Jesus is retaining his position. I'm expecting him to score against Fulham. At home, Arsenal are playing really good, and they're starting their first halves really strong. So yeah, I'm expecting points from Gabriel Jesus. And then the other player is Haaland. As for Haaland, I'm retaining him for only this game week. Game week 5, Haaland has high possibility of being benched. As Pep said, when Manchester City will start playing games after every 3 games, after every 3 days, Haaland will not play. He will be playing Julian Alvarez. So for game week 4, Haaland will be in my squad, but for game week 5, he has a high chance of being benched or playing maybe 20 minutes. That is getting on the pitch from the 70th minute. So I'm looking to transfer Haaland to Ken in the next game week 5. But for this game week, he stays. My bench remains the same. Ward, players have been very poor, so he will just be my bench goalkeeper. Then Da Silva did not perform when I decided to start him, so he drops again to the bench. Andreas against Arsenal. Actually, I'll move Andreas to the first bench or player on the bench in case anyone misses. And then Archer is a squad player. No points expected there. So let's go through the fixtures. Southampton, Manchester United. This has always been a very difficult game for Manchester United, so I'm not expecting any many points from the Manchester United assets. And even if Manchester United win, maybe it will be 1-0 or a 2-1 score or a 1-1. Then Brentford, Everton. This will be a tight game. It will be an under 1.5 game, very low scoring game. So if you have any defenders from either Brentford or Everton, high chance for clean sheets. But also, if Anthony might score one goal, so look out for that. Brighton Leeds. This look this might be a high scoring game, but Leeds have failed to score against when Brighton are at home. Leeds have failed to score. I think in the last 5 games they have faced Brighton. So if you are rushing to buy the likes of Rodrigo, I might advise you to wait for at least for this game. After this game, then you can buy Rodrigo just based on those stats. But if you are going with form, Rodrigo might be a good option. Chelsea against Leicester, I'm expecting Chelsea to win this game. That's why I'm retaining the Chelsea defenders. Liverpool, Bournemouth. Salah has always scored against Bournemouth. So if you have double Liverpool defense, do not start selling the likes of Robertson and Alexander Arnold. They'll punish you this game. Man City, Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is playing really nice, as you saw. They went to Liverpool and got a draw, so they might cause an upset. So, but I expect Manchester City to win. Arsenal, Fulham. I'm expecting Arsenal assets to continue with the good form as they have been producing throughout the season. Aston Villa, West Ham. Both teams are really playing poorly. West Ham haven't scored this season, so maybe Aston Villa might nick a goal and win the game. Wolves, Newcastle. This is a good match. Both Wolves have started poorly, but they are playing really nicely, and Newcastle have started well. So this will be a very entertaining match. Nottingham Forest and versus Spurs. I'm expecting Spurs to win comfortably. If you have the legs of Ken and Son, you might consider captaining Ken, but the best captain for this game week is Salah. I'm not going to overthink about that. As you have seen, he can punish you anytime. So that's how the team will line up. Going to our FPL Cup to see the best player this game. There were two players who scored 70 points. So there was Arsenal manager 1, Mohamed 11. This is how he lined up. He got 70 points. Game week rank of 254,000. That's a very good game week rank. In goal, he had Ramsdale, Cancelo in defense, Digne and Williams, who scored 1 and 1. Then in midfield, that's where his points came from. Zaha 12 points, Odegaard 16 points, and Trossard 8 points, Salah 8 points, and Bowen, who scored 2 points. In attack, he had Jesus and Ken. He captained Ken, who got 12 points. On the bench, the Brighton goalkeeper got also 8 points. So, congratulations, Arsenal manager 1. The other player was. There were two players who scored 70 points. Fresh Barida, Victor Nyegenye. He also scored 70 points. This is how he lined up. He had Henderson, 4 points in goal. Alexander Arnold, James Cucurella, who scored poorly, but points in this game came from the midfield. He had Saint Maximin, 13 points. Zaha, 12 points. Odegaard, 16 points. Bruno Guimaraes, 1 point. Salah, 8 points. He decided to captain Jesus, who scored 8 points. And Ken, 6 points. On the bench, he had Ramsdale, 6 points. Botman, 1 point. And Greenwood, 1 point. So, congratulations to Freshi Barida on your score this game week. So, thank you, FPL managers. If you like these types of videos, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. FPL responsibly, and good luck in your next game week.